Alex back from Board Game Co. and this is my refilming of my campaign games living the collection video. So let's give you a little background over here. Also, by the way, I'm like in the last episode of The Penguin right now. Absolutely fantastic show. I wasn't even planning on watching it. I had no real interest, but oh my freaking gosh, you should watch The Penguin. Anyways, now that we've done that, let's go ahead. I'm not finished, by the way, the last episode. Anyways, so let's go ahead and talk about campaign games. There's going to be another video on the channel, I don't know, a week or so from now. It's going to reference a video that I filmed already that doesn't actually exist. This is instead that video. You see, I was going to do a two-part series of filming me getting rid of campaign games by going around my studio / filming area / absolute mess, going around here and then picking the various campaign games that I think I do play, don't play. I was going to go through a whole process of basically deciding along with you what I was or wasn't keeping. And I did that video. And then I did a follow-up video where I kind of do a recap. That's the video you're going to see next week. In that video, I referenced a video that I did, but the problem is that video had no sound. And so instead of me trying to redo the thought process and kind of be a little fake, because it was a good video in my opinion. It was really me agonizing, deciding, thinking about which campaign games I play or not. Instead, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of walk you through some of the campaign games I have. At this point, just a little heads up, you're mostly going to be looking at the survivors. You see, the other video is going to focus more on the games I chose to get rid of. It's going to have a bit of a recap to a video, like I said, that never fully happened, or at least that you're not seeing. So, to kind of bring it back to speed over here, I have a lot of campaign games. I love playing games. I love a good campaign game, but my desire to play them is usually much higher than my ability to play them. So as much as I enjoy them, I find that only certain ones really get table time, and the rest either get the hard decision of leaving, or I still like and want to enough that they stay on my shelf either to actually be played one day, or possibly to show up in next year's video where I realize I'm never playing it. Both things are possible, it depends on the game. Today I'm kind of going to walk around a bit, I'm going to walk around my studio a bit. Now last time, by the way, I prepped, I did everything, I cleaned up and all this stuff. It is what it is. You're getting me at my best, you're getting me at my worst. This place is a mess, but we're going to go ahead and show you the various campaign games that I am keeping. I think all these are the ones I'm keeping because the other ones are in the video of the games that are leaving. So we're going to show you the survivors effectively. But again, the general premise here is the campaign games I'm keeping, why I'm keeping them, either because I'm playing them or because I'm ambitious enough about them. And then you can watch next week's follow-up video where I actually go through the campaign games I'm purging. And with that, let's go ahead and let's just show you the studio briefly. Okay, I've never really fully done this, at least I don't think so. Maybe I may have briefly in some videos, but this is my basement / studio / gaming table. I've got a little bit of everything. This game table is from Uniquely Geek. It's the first game table I ever got. Paid for this one with my hard-earned cash because some of the game tables I've got on the channel have been game tables that I've been given to review. This is one that I spent a lot of time researching. Bought this for a while. In my old basement, it was not downstairs because I couldn't fit down here. Over here, it can double as my filming studio over here, and then my gaming area over there, and I can expand or adjust it how I want. So Uniquely Geek, it's actually called the Radcliffe, fun fact over here, because I wanted a trestle table. I wanted like a trestle table instead of corner legs, and they hadn't done it at the time, and so I kind of worked with them to design what I wanted using their top and the bottom I was looking for, and then they ended up calling it the Radcliffe. So if you want to buy a Radcliffe gaming table, you can go to Uniquely Geek and buy that. But past that, we got our calyxes set up. This is like the display area of calyxes. We have all the nice boxes facing outwards, which is what I tend to do. This is poking out a little bit, whatever. But then we have the rest of the area where we have normally stacked games without the front facing because I'm just trying to be efficient with storage. So that's kind of what we got back here. In the other room, which we probably will be walking into in the laundry room, I do have a little bit of review copies and things like that tend to stay there. I have a whole shelf full of games I need to get to, mostly review, but not entirely, but we will be making a trip back there. So that's kind of, and then back there, in fact, let's go and show you this. Let's go show you back there. Back there is meant to be my, my projector area. So effectively, I have the couch area that you sometimes see doing other videos, and then up there is a projector, and this over here would be the projector wall. Also, I can do fun things like Alexa, set basement home theater to rainbow. It should work.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that works. A little bit of a nightmare on the lights. Alexa, set basement home theater to Aurora. I do believe in a very Alexified house over here. Anyways, with that, let's go ahead and kind of walk through around the shelves. And again, some of this is a mess. It's better. It's seen worse days. It's seen better days. So The basic idea, campaign games. We're just going to go through the we're going to go through the shelves bit by bit and kind of walk you through what's sticking around and why from the campaign games that I am playing or not playing. We have Mechs and Minions. My goal is still to finish this and then eventually get rid of it. Still haven't finished it. I've started it twice, maybe 3 times. Never finished it though, so as long as I keep coming back to it, it works for me. I enjoy the game. I don't think it needs to be a forever game for me, but I do want to actually finish it one day. We have Hoplomachus over here, which technically is gone. This is actually a game that I theoretically purged. I think it's still here because I needed to cover it for the expansion content last time around. And the problem is the expansion content did make the game a little better so that I wasn't decided on it, but I think it is still going away. As much as I do like Hoplomachus, I like Chip Theory's other offerings better. Then we have Valor Villainy down here. This one should be an easy enough one to table, theoretically, and I enjoyed it enough that I want to play it, that it is sticking around for now. But it is one of those games that, again, my goal is to eventually play it enough that I get rid of it. Alternatively, if I think next year it might still be here, but if it's still here 2 years from now unplayed, I might just make the hard choice and get rid of it. The campaign games are usually not down here. I'm kind of just going shelf by shelf. Oh, we have Wild Assent over here. So we have Wild Assent. That's not going anywhere. Totally safe over here. Usual disclaimer that Lazy Squire Games is behind on their campaigns. So if you are someone who's looking to get the new Wild Assent stuff, just do your research first. But I do love Wild Assent personally. My personal ranking for it is higher than the average BGG score, but I really enjoy the game. Have had 1.5 playthroughs of the campaign by now. I've started it several times. I finished a full campaign once. Then I played through. I'm probably up to like by 2. If you count, I have a full campaign in my belt, and then enough other games that add up to like a full other campaign-ish. But it's an ish there. It's not 2 full plays. Up there, nothing else really we have to worry about. Down here, we have ISS Vanguard. ISS Vanguard, I may never get to. I don't know. I enjoyed the game, but like even back when I covered it, I was like, it's a good game. I like it a lot. I've heard so many good things about the story that I really want to dive into it, but it was never my favorite game. It was a game I really enjoyed. Like I don't think I ranked it at the time. I don't think I gave a rating, but I think I would have given it a 4 to 5. I like it. It's good, but it's a giant campaign game, and those just take so much time and attention that I don't know if I'll ever get to it or not. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. We have nope. Resident Evil board game. Amazing game. Love it. This could be here for the next 3 years unplayed. I'd still keep it. It's my favorite Resident Evil game until now, and I've spent enough time playing the Resident Evil games that I am fine keeping it. Meaning, for me, there's an element of, no matter how much I like a game, if I don't actually play it, it will eventually leave. But if I have given a game enough time, then I can justify saying, nope, I'm going to hold on to it. And Resident Evil, the board game, and its different implementations, I have given enough time that this is sticking around. The Rule of Smog, Rise of Moloch. This might go away one day, I don't know, but I've had so much time in this game and love this game so much that it's one of those that, like Resident Evil, I'm justifying holding on to it, possibly forever. I could possibly never play this again, and it may stick around just for the memories of having good times with the game. I really enjoy it. I think it's excellent. It's kind of similar to Star Wars Imperial Assault, but it's, for me, I prefer the theme and prefer the gameplay. The rules are a bit of a mess, though. That kind of covers what we got over here-ish. We got Oathsworn. I still need to continue playing through Oathsworn. There was a time, once upon a time, where I started a filmed playthrough series of Oathsworn. 2 or 3 videos were filmed. None of them ever went up with the channel because I was planning on continuing filming more before they went live, and so they never went live instead. So, I'd love to get back to it. Oathsworn's great. I'd love to get back to it. We have no Deliverance, not really a campaign. Arkeis. I just read the rules for Arkeis. I'm excited to play this one. I expect it to be a play once and then get rid of because I don't see a reason. I'm going to close that laundry room door because the furnace is going. I expect it'll be a play once and then get rid of, but that's good enough for me, honestly. The rules look pretty straightforward and simple to dive into. I'm excited to play it. We'll see when that actually happens, but I'm hoping soon. Like I was hoping to table it this week or to start tabling it this week, but don't know if that's happening. Tanares Adventures, well, and Primal. Primal down here. Can you see Primal? Yeah, there we go. Primal, there we go. Primal, amazing, never going anywhere. I can't imagine ever getting rid of Primal. I think that from all the campaign games I have, that's got to be in like the top 3 or 4. I mean, it might be the top 1, but I'd have to like go through the list. It's an excellent game. I love Primal. You've been seeing the plays on the channel. Every time I play it, I enjoy it. It's not going anywhere. We have Tanares Adventures. That is a little different. I like Tanares Adventures a lot. I do find that the game time in that is so long that it is one that I'm actually excited to dive into Tanares Expeditions, which we have over there. There we go, Tanares Expeditions. I'm excited to dive into Tanares Expeditions because I wonder if it'll be a more accessible Tanares. I really love Tanares, but the fact that a game session can be 3 hours long does hold back the game for me a lot. So I love it. I plan on finishing the campaign, and then I do plan on getting rid of it. As much as I like the game, it is hard to table. So that's one that is going to go away. It's going to go away at some point. I want to finish the full campaign first. That kind of covers this shelf, I guess. A Cloudspire has a campaign. Anything that has a campaign but could be played more single shot, I guess it's hard to say because some things can be played, like Tanares can be played single shot, Primal can be played single shot, but if I think of you as a campaign game, I'm counting you as a campaign game, and if not, I'm counting you as a single shot game, even if you have a campaign. Okay, what else do we have over here? We should have Monster Hunter World somewhere. There's like shelves, there's like boxes like hidden behind those. But we have Monster Hunter World. That's a hard one for me because I enjoy Monster Hunter World. I enjoy Monster Hunter World Iceborne more, but I enjoy Primal the most. I'm not yet ready to let go of Monster Hunter World, but it is one that I could see going away if I don't eventually get more time with it. I might just wait for Iceborne at this point though, because I think Iceborne is a better version of the game. But I do enjoy Monster Hunter World a lot. It is a good game. Similarly from Steamforged, while we're at it, we have RuneScape somewhere down here. RuneScape Kingdoms down here. That is one that I plan on playing and then getting rid of. It's a game that I enjoyed playing through the prototype when they first had it, but it's not a game that I fell in love with. It's a game that I enjoyed. So I do want to play through it, but I don't think it's going to be a forever keeper. I think it's just going to be a good game that I enjoy. And then get rid of. We have Leviathan Wilds, which technically counts as a campaign. I mean, technically, I guess there's progression over here, so it is campaign adjacent. This is another one. Not sure if it'll be a keeper forever. We'll see how that goes. But for right now, it is safe. I don't think I actually counted it in the other video because I don't even think of it as a campaign. Then we have back here. You can get to it from the other side. It's just easier to see over here. We have Kingdom Rush. Again, another one that I don't think is going to go anywhere because Kingdom Rush is one that, again, similar to others I've talked about already, I've played Kingdom Rush enough that I think, I'm not saying it's a forever game, but I could hold on to it for a long time unplayed and justify it because I've gone through enough of the game experience that, and I really like it. I think Kingdom Rush Elemental Uprising, Kingdom Rush Rift in Time is a really satisfying tower defense polyomino game that is very unlike any other game I have, which that on its own is going to give it brownie points to possibly sticking around. Before I cover these shelves over here, I'm actually going to head into the laundry room, primarily because I don't want to end on the laundry room. I think that's like it's going to be a mess back there. See, last time I brought all the games out, I prepped, it's hard redoing videos. Like, your heart's not in it. If you try to repeat the process, your heart's not in it the same way, which is why I generally don't try to repeat the process. I try to be different. I don't love the furnace, but we're gonna power through the furnace. Okay, so it is a mess back here. It's a laundry room, don't judge me. But we got we got a bunch of other stuff over here. This is like my overflow / review copy stuff shelf over here. Primarily, there's a lot of things mixed in, so if you're like, but that's not a review copy, maybe. So for example, one of the pieces I'm back here is Chronicles of Drunagor. Chronicles of Drunagor is a hard one for me. It's like I'm showing you like the vents of my whatever. Anyways, Chronicles of Drunagor is a hard one for me. I really like the game, and more importantly, if it was just based on the original game, I'd get rid of it already. But I liked the improvements they made a lot. The level of immersion in the story and the choose your own adventure, I really enjoyed, and I have a hard time getting rid of it, by the way. I still have my Primal prototype box. I don't keep prototype boxes. I really don't. There's like a handful of times I have. Mythic Mischief is one, because I loved Mythic Mischief. I still love Mythic Mischief. Primal's another one. Primal's a game I love. Anyways, back to Tanares over here. Back to Chronicles. I'm still holding out hope for Chronicles. I don't know what will or won't happen. Oh, here's my remaining Runescape Kingdoms. Some of it's over here. Anyways, I'm still holding out hope for it. There is the chance that time goes by and eventually I realize I'm not tabling it. But for right now, I'm still holding out hope for that one. That's the main one I want to show you here. I also want to show you Assassin's Creed. So I have Assassin's Creed down here. Why is it back here? I have no idea. Why is it on the floor? It shouldn't be on the floor. It's not good to put board games on a concrete floor. The moisture from the concrete can seep into the board game. I must have put it there temporarily and then forgot, which is a mistake. I'm going to remedy that after this video, if I remember. Anyways, going back to what I was saying, Assassin's Creed is great. I do think it might be time, because the problem is I have the expansion coming. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm going to hold on to Assassin's Creed for right now, primarily driven by the expansion, but it is one that I think does have a limited shelf life to it. And it's a great game. It's not an issue of the quality of the game. The game itself is absolutely great. It's more just the knowledge of I've played through most of the campaign, and I don't know if I'm going to start it again with all the other games that are always asking for attention. I think that might be everything for this stream as far as campaign stuff. Again, this is like the stuff goes in and out here. That gets moved around. Anyways, let's go back to the actual game room where the ambiance is marginally better. So, what else do we have over here? This is going to be the remaining shelf. We have These, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's all a mess down here. It's all a mess. What do we have? We have actually ISS Vanguard over here. So we have ISS Vanguard down here. The proper box. The other thing was Overflow. Again, this still needs to be organized. I've done like a decent amount of organizing, but I've never fully properly organized this room. Like, I'm always just like moving things around all the time, so it's hard to get there. Ignore the harsh lighting on my face. That's very flattering. ISS Vanguard, I've talked about already. Nothing new there. What is there that I can say that's new? Because we have Machina Arcana, but it's more of a, oh my gosh, the lighting, yeah, sorry about that. Machina Arcana is more of a, it's more of an episodic, not a full campaign, so there's not a lot to show you there. What do we have? Because, keep in mind, I'm showing you the survivors, because the other ones I already took off the shelf and purged, which means despite my attempt to make the laundry room not the last stop on this trip, it may end up being the last stop on this trip. I feel like I'm missing things. There is a recap in the other video, so you'll get the recap. The recap has most of the things, but I think that might be everything. Is that everything that's campaign based? Did I cover it all? Did I actually go through it all already? I do feel like I'm missing something, but I don't know what it might be. We have Mosaic up there. We have Everdell, Roads and Boats. Those are not campaigns. We have Marble Zombies, not campaigns. Yucatan, Casting Shadows, Beast. There's, again, I organized properly for this last time, or at least properly adjacent. Robinson, Tamashi. Oh, Tamashi's an interesting one. So Tamashi, I really enjoyed the game. I've heard good things about it. Sorry, let me say that again. I really enjoyed the prototype. I've heard good things about the final game. That makes more sense. And I haven't actually played the final game. And I want to play the final game. I just haven't gotten to it yet. We'll make it happen at some point, or eventually, if it's still here a year from now unplayed, when I do my campaign game Purge next year, if it's still here, I'll get rid of it. How about that? We'll commit to that right now. If I haven't played it. If I've played it, different story. I think that might be it. This is slightly shorter than last time, because last time I was covering all the games that I kept. Last time was me agonizing over choices to make. By the time I'm filming this video, I've already made the choices. You can watch the kind of outcome of that in next week's video. But these are the campaign games that are sticking around. So like there's 20 or so campaign games that are sticking around. Oh, Stalker. Oh my gosh, this is one. Here we go. Stalker is not going anywhere. This I'm actually waiting to unbox. I don't know why I haven't unboxed it yet, just haven't gotten to it. But I very much do want to unbox that one. I've been specifically waiting, but I love Stalker and I'm looking forward to diving back into it because it's a great game. It's, again, that's shorter, more accessible campaign size. If you look at the games, there's Agemonia. Agemonia I think is upstairs in the other room, so that's not here, but Agemonia is amazing. That one's sticking around. That one's totally safe. And the ones you don't see in this video, either I forgot about, or they'll be in next week's video of all the games that are not safe. You see, there are 20 or so campaign games that I've kept from the 35-ish or so that I have. I got rid of like 10 plus. I don't know the exact number. Maybe I got rid of 12. So there's 20 or so campaign games that are at least safe right now. A lot of others have left, but there's still others that are still coming. There are other campaign games that are still going to be showing up. There's hopefully showing up in some cases. There's Storm Center, hopefully showing up. There's the rest of the Lazy Squire, the Wild Ascent stuff, hopefully showing up. There's what's it called? Oh my gosh. Iridia, the Path We Dare Tread, hopefully showing up. And those, by the way, those are all fantastic games. Well, I haven't played Storm Thunder, but I've heard good things about it. I have played Wild Ascent, so I love that. Levon Rising was a good implementation of the series. And then, yeah, I mean, Iridia, the Path We Dare Tread, incredibly looking forward to that. Then, obviously, on the channel just recently, there's been Lands of Evershade, looking forward to that showing up. So, like, there are a lot of these other games that I am excited about and will be showing up at some point or another. And will be added to the list. I have gotten better and more restrictive about which campaign games I actually play versus which ones I actually back because I think I'll play versus which ones I don't because I realize that as much as I like it, it's not going to happen. Like just recently on the channel, I did a live stream, which we got into the subject a bit, but I was talking about how games like Grim Coven or Dragon Eclipse are games that I really enjoyed, but realistically speaking, they're going to end up in the same place as Tamashi, a game that I enjoyed, but don't actually table. And I have too many of those. As it is, I have too many of those, and I'm trying to be more restrictive because I want to... There are some campaign games I get really passionate about, really excited about, and make the time to play them. Games like Primal, games like Tanares, games like Agemonia are games I'm actually tabling and playing and loving every second of it. Lands of Evershade, when it comes in, that's up there with Iridia, the Path We Dare Tread, as possibly one of the best RPG/board game experiences I've ever played. And I mean, Iridia, I cannot wait till people get Iridia. It is a gold mine of a game, an absolute gold mine. And I think Lands of Evershade is the same pacing, same vein. Primal was a game I waited patiently for 3 years, and then when I got it, it has held up to every single expectation and standard I had for it. So there are some really, really solid campaign games out there that pull me in and invest me and make me want to play them. And then there are others that kind of fall into the background. Not because they're not good, but because there's so many games and not enough time, and there's always new games coming out, and there's always that new campaign game coming out, and so you look at an old campaign game on the shelf and you're like, yeah, I'll play you eventually, but then eventually doesn't always happen. That's why I can both like a game and purge a game, because you're trying to balance trying to do too much with not enough time. Anyways, that's kind of your recap for what we got going on over here. Again, it's a little bit of a slightly weird video because I'm kind of doing a recap of a video that never happened in preparation for a recap of a video instead. It's all out of order. It's all out of order. But in any case, and until next time, I'm Alex Radical from Board Game Co. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned next week for the campaign game result, which will be all the ones I'm actually purging, and a listing of the ones that I theoretically went over in this video. And as always, I hope you have a good one.